Welcome to Addis Ababa, or Finfinne, the beating heart of Ethiopia and the political capital of Africa. This is a city where ancient history meets modern ambition, where tradition, culture, and innovation live side by side. From its birth as a royal settlement in the 19th century, to becoming the seat of the African Union and over 120 international organizations, Addis Ababa stands as a living symbol of African pride and unity. In this video, we'll uncover the story of this ever-blooming new flower, its origins, its people, its culture, and its global importance. Before Addis Ababa became Ethiopia's bustling capital, the area was known as Finfinne, an Oromo name meaning natural spring. The region was known for its warm hot springs, fertile lands, and breathtaking views from the Entoto Mountains. In the 1880s, Emperor Menelik II established his base on the chilly Entoto Hill, but his wife, Empress Taytu Betul, grew weary of the cold winds and suggested moving to the warmer valley below. She fell in love with the hot springs and lush surroundings, and named the new settlement Addis Ababa, New Flower. What began as a small royal encampment soon blossomed into the beating heart of a modern nation, a place where Ethiopia's unity and ambition took root. Addis Ababa's history is deeply tied to Ethiopia's fight for freedom. In 1896, Emperor Menelik led his troops from this very city to face the Italian army at the Battle of Adwa, one of Africa's most decisive victories against European colonial powers. Ethiopia's victory at Adwa made Addis Ababa a global symbol of African resistance and dignity. But decades later in 1936, the Italians returned under Mussolini. They occupied Addis Ababa for 5 painful years, bringing violence and humiliation. Yet the city's spirit was never broken. Underground resistance fighters, the Arbegna, or Patriots, continued the struggle. In 1941, when Emperor Haile Selassie returned to Addis Ababa, the city once again stood as the flag of liberation, not just for Ethiopia, but for all of Africa. Addis Ababa had survived war and occupation, and it emerged stronger, ready to take its place in global history. Addis Ababa's destiny was not only to be Ethiopia's capital, but the capital of Africa itself. In 1963, 32 African leaders gathered here to establish the Organization of African Unity, or OAU, the forerunner to today's African Union. Emperor Haile Selassie's vision was clear. Africa must unite, speak with one voice, and shape its own future. Since then, Addis Ababa has become the diplomatic heart of the continent. The African Union, United Nations Economic Commission for Africa, UNECA, and over 120 embassies call the city home. When world leaders discuss African peace, development, and progress, they come to Addis Ababa. No wonder it's called the political capital of Africa. But they were doing die paper. To understand Addis Ababa, you have to feel its soul, its culture, music, and traditions. Every morning the smell of Ethiopian coffee fills the air. The traditional coffee ceremony, slow, elegant, and filled with conversation, is more than a drink. It's a symbol of friendship and community. Music flows through the city, from the melancholic tones of the krar and masenko to the vibrant sounds of Ethio jazz, pioneered by legends like Mulatu Astatke. Addis Ababa's art scene thrives in galleries, theaters, and open-air festivals. The Hager Fikir Theater, one of the oldest in Africa, still stages performances that reflect Ethiopia's history and dreams. The city is also home to the National Museum of Ethiopia, where you'll find Lucy, the 3.2-million-year-old ancestor of humankind. And in the streets, markets like Mercado, one of Africa's largest open-air markets, buzz with the sound of bargaining, laughter, and life. In Addis Ababa, the ancient and the modern dance together, in rhythm, color, and soul. Over the last 2 decades, Addis Ababa has transformed faster than ever before. Highways stretch across the hills, skyscrapers rise beside old neighborhoods, and new parks and boulevards invite families and tourists alike. The Addis Ababa Light Rail Transit, the first of its kind in sub-Saharan Africa, moves thousands daily across the city. At Bole International Airport, one of Africa's busiest, Ethiopian Airlines connects the continent and the world. In business and technology, Addis Ababa is emerging as a hub of innovation. Startups, fintech companies, and tech incubators like Ice Addis and Blue Moon are nurturing young talent. From construction cranes to coding labs, the new flower is blooming into a modern metropolis. Yet, like every growing city, Addis Ababa faces its share of challenges. Rapid urbanization has brought traffic congestion, housing shortages, and social inequality. Environmental concerns, from air pollution to waste management, test the city's sustainability. But Addis Ababa's greatest strength has always been its people. Community-driven initiatives, reforestation projects, and youth-led startups are shaping a greener, more inclusive future. The Green Legacy program, launched in Ethiopia, has seen millions of trees planted, turning hope into action. And even in times of hardship, the city's energy never fades. Addis Ababa keeps moving, keeps believing, keeps blooming. Addis Ababa, or Finfinne, is more than a city. It's a story of endurance, diversity, and unity. It is the city that has never been colonized, the city that gave Africa a diplomatic voice, and the city that continues to bloom through time. From Menelik's vision to Haile Selassie's diplomacy, from coffee ceremonies to innovation hubs, Addis Ababa embodies the spirit of Ethiopia and the dreams of Africa. And as long as the new flower keeps blooming, Africa's hope will never fade. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this journey through Addis Ababa, make sure to like, subscribe, and share this video. Tell us in the comments, what inspires you most about this remarkable city, Addis Ababa, Finfinne, the city of unity, spirit, and hope.